In this video, we're going to talk about how to think big. What I need you to do first is to understand that you are bigger than you know. You can achieve more than you know. Let's start with this. If you can go back to your life when you were a child, how many times have you done something that you didn't even know that you could do? And you've been doing this your whole life. Maybe your parents or your siblings or your older uncles and aunts or grandparents or teachers or mentors saw something in you and told you you can do better. And guess what? You might have had doubts at first, but you found out that you could do better. How many times in life have you faced challenges and you thought you were out for the count? You thought you were about to get knocked out. You thought you were about to fail. You thought maybe things were finished for you. But for some reason, somehow, you fought your way back and made yourself proud of yourself. They say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The truth is, whatever happened to you in the past is only evidence of how big you can really be now. How bigger can you be? So let's start the process for how you can think big. First, you got to make a decision. You got to make a decision if you want to be an authority, if you want to be a boss, if you want to be dominant in an area or several areas of your life. What do you want to be big in? It makes me remember when McDonald's had a campaign a number of years ago. They might still have it, I don't know, called the Supersize campaign. Where you go there and you might say you want a hamburger and a fries and a small soda, a small shake, and they give you the option of supersizing, of getting bigger. It starts with figuring out, what do you want to order? You don't just walk in and say, well, give me a supersize, and they say, well, supersize what? You got to figure out what do you have an appetite for? What are you hungry for? What do you want to supersize in your life? For example, do you want to get a better relationship? Do you want to get better grades at school? Do you want to get a new job? Do you want to quit the job you have? Do you want to go to college? Do you want to go to a better college, transfer to another one? Do you want to get your master's degree? Do you want to get a PhD? Do you want to get a law degree? Do you want to start your own business? Do you want to have a child? Do you want to get married? Do you want to get into a better relationship if the one that you're in is not working? You've got to make a decision. What do you want to be an authority in? And what I mean that, what do you want to take charge of? What do you want to dominate in your life? What do you care about? What makes a difference to you? You can make that decision. You have to make that decision. It's not up to me to figure out what do you care about. You got to take time to meditate and ask me, what I care about. What being bigger means to me. Why do I want to be bigger in a certain area? Why do I want to have a bigger life? Why do I want to have a bigger life experience? So once you've done all this so far, you've figured out what you want to get bigger and what you want to supersize, what you want to get a bigger order of in your life, what you care about, what you want to be authority in, what you want to dominate in. All you have to do now is begin to accept one thing. You're big, but you're a whole lot bigger when you have a team. When you do collaborations, you have to accept that part of thinking bigger is understand in order for you to get bigger, to be as big as you think, you're going to have to bring in partners. And I know it's not easy. A lot of people want to work on their own. They can't depend on people. I accept that. But the bottom line is, no matter who you are, you can't get really big. You can't get a championship without a team behind you. Pick anybody you want. Let's talk about sports. Michael Jordan needed a team to get to the championships that he has. Same for LeBron James. Any football player, it doesn't matter. If you look at any artist you might really like, a Jay-Z or Beyonce or Drake, you better believe they have a team of producers, songwriters, managers, accountants, agents, people that help them put their bigness out there in the world. Understand this from the bottom of my heart. I gotta tell you, I've learned the hard way. Sometimes I try to do things on my own and realize if I just partnered with other people, I could have done it a lot faster without making the same mistakes. Once you accept that in order to think bigger, to be bigger, you've got to have collaborations, people that you do collabos with. You've got to accept that it requires teamwork. I know it's corny, but the phrase teamwork makes the dream work is absolutely correct. To make a big dream work, you need big teamwork. And yes, sometimes you might be doing 90% of the work. It doesn't really matter. It all comes together in the end if you want to, in fact, be big. You got to commit to working hard, because this is not easy. This is no bed of roses. Life is not a bed of roses, whether we play small or we play big. You got to commit to the hard work, to punch through and fight for what matters for you. It ain't easy being big, but in order to be big, you must think big. And the most important part in accepting being big or getting bigger results in your life is that it requires hard work, sweat, and tears. Sometimes you're going to have to work all night long for the most part. Sometimes you're going to feel like you want to cry. But to be bigger, you must put in bigger effort. So once we get this all together, you've got to focus. You've got to focus on focusing. I know it sounds simple, but if you could lay out for yourself this plan, identifying what you want to get bigger in, identify what you really care about, accept that you need a team, accept that you got to work hard. The last element you need is focus. And I'm not even saying it's the last element, but the last important element you need is focus. And sometimes you just got to focus on focusing. What do I mean by that? Every day, look at your goals, your dreams. Look at what you have decided you want to be authority in. Look at what you decide you want to be bigger in. Look at the areas in your life that you want to think better. And you've got to have it in front of your face as much as possible. Some people might want to do a vision board and put it up or over their bed or on their bathroom mirror. Put it on your phone. You got to focus more on focusing on thinking big and being big. Another step to the process is own who you are. A lot of people are told, or you should change, or you should be like this, or you should be like that. The real power is being yourself. The real power is in being yourself, because you were made by God or the universe, whatever you choose to believe in. You were made uniquely. Nobody is like you. Nobody has the same goals, dreams, aspirations, DNA, fingerprints, positive minuses. You have power in being yourself. Even your negatives, even negative traits about you that people might think are negative, are really powerful to you. These are all things that can go into the big package of how you can be yourself and supersize yourselves, the goods and the bads of your personality. Focus on focusing, focus on your uniqueness, be proud of everything that you are. Even if you got something that some people might think is negative about you, own it. Some people might say, well, you can be kind of arrogant. Say, yes, I can be kind of arrogant, but it's working for me. Some people might say, well, you could be kind of egotistical, or you can be kind of artistic, or you can be kind of weird, or you can be kind of eccentric, or you can be kind of different, or you can be kind of nerdy. Own all of those, because if you supersize it, you can be successful based on your uniqueness that you made a decision to own. Now, another part of the process is accepting, embracing that you're going to be seen as being irrational. People might look at you and say, well, what did you say your goal is to do? What is this big dream that you have? I think it's irrational. I think you need to tone it down. You need to be more reasonable. It's not realistic. Nothing big that you can think of is rational to other people that don't have your goals, dreams, aspirations, talents, skills, and abilities. This is something that's personal to you. You're going to have to get used to maybe people laughing at you, making fun at you, trying to deter you, distract you, discourage you. Even if they mean it well, it could be your own parents that mean well, but they're not you. They don't know what's inside your heart. They don't know what's inside your mind. make a decision to be irrational to other people and maybe even irrational to yourself. There might be a little birdie in you saying, oh, you can't do this. This is too much. Temper down your goals, dreams, and aspirations. I say forget it. Go for it because you only live one time. Lastly, to put this all together, you got to commit to kick ass in getting bigger, in thinking bigger in your life. It's not going to be easy. They're going to be, a matter of fact, it's going to be hard. I'm going to keep it real with you. Life is going to be filled with all kinds of challenges and ways that you can get kicked in the face. But you got to make a decision that you're going to kick life back. You're going to kick ass in this world. You're going to think big. You're going to accomplish your goals. You're going to be a big success in areas that you care about. You're going to think big and think bigger and think bigger and think bigger until you have a life that's important to you.